Hello and welcome to the very first MLB game that will be covered by ULTRASPORT in the 2025 season. We're at Dodger Stadium, the home of the World Series champions, as the Chicago Cubs take on the Los Angeles Dodgers here on Thursday Night Baseball. And what better way to start off this new season of ULTRASPORT Major League Baseball coverage than with a generational talent. Shohei Ohtani tonight starts on the mound for the Los Angeles Dodgers, won the World Series with them last season. He has done great things since entering Major League Baseball. Formerly played, of course, in NPB, the Japanese League, which we also cover here on ULTRASPORT, but only with Japanese commentary. Ian Happ is going to lead off for the Chicago Cubs, and with that first pitch, the second season of baseball coverage on the ULTRASPORT network is underway, and we apologize that it took a couple of weeks for us to get this going, but away we go. 1-1 here as we get underway. Happ connects there, sends it foul as we await the next pitch from Ohtani.
That's a ball.
Outside and low for ball two.
One strike.
2-1, just inside there, inside the strike zone, I should say. And that's going to make it a 2-2 count.
3-2.
Next pitch goes low. Kyle Tucker, the right fielder, will be on deck for the Cubs as Ian Happ faces down a full count. The 3-2 pitch in the strike zone, and he's gone. Shohei Ohtani starts tonight off with a strikeout as Kyle Tucker comes to the plate now. That's going to almost be inside, but it just manages to stay on the right side of the frame of the strike zone. Kyle Tucker had 23 home runs last season and a .289 batting average. The 0-1 here from Ohtani will be called a strike.
0-2 is the count.
Tucker now facing down an 0-2 count. Ohtani looking for another strikeout, and he will get it. Tucker goes down swinging for out number 2.
The designated hitter, Suzuki.
Here's a look at this once again. Just misses it there. Beautiful day here at Dodger Stadium. About 5 p.m. local time as Seiya Suzuki steps up to the plate. 21 home runs, 73 RBIs, and a .283 batting average in the 2024 season. Suzuki, designated hitter here. The 0-1, now 0-2. Can Ohtani get 3 strikeouts in a row? The 0-2 pitch. That's going to go way high. There you see a fan in the stands with a sign in clear support of the Dodgers starting pitcher. 1-2 count coming now for Seiya Suzuki. He'll connect off the end of the bat. It goes foul. Count stays 1-2. Swing and a miss. 3 outs, 3 strikeouts for Shohei Ohtani as we go to the bottom of the first here at Dodger Stadium in LA. Shota Imanaga will be starting here for the Chicago Cubs. 29 starts in 2024 with a 15-3 record.
Leading up
as Mookie Betts.
The shortstop, Mookie Betts.
Mookie Betts will step up to the plate. If you paid attention to the 2024 World Series, you're obviously going to see a lot of familiar faces. And off the very first pitch, what a hit! And away it goes towards left field, and look at that. Caught against the wall and just barely stopped from being a home run on the first pitch. Tommy Edman up now. That's a start. Catch just barely made at the wall. As we see Edman at the plate now.
Ball one, no
Point
strike.
237 in last year's World Series winning season for this man. The 1-0 connects here, and that is going to be a hit. So with the first hit of Thursday Night Baseball in 2025 on ULTRASPORT, it is Tommy Edman getting to first as we take a look at this once again. He sends it into right field. And now, one on for the Dodgers. First pitch in the strike zone to Freddie Freeman. 22 home runs, 89 RBIs, and a .282 batting average. But no matter what else Freeman did in the 2024 season, there's one thing that's going to stick out to everyone, and that, of course, pickoff attempted here. First baseman steps off the base. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Freddie Freeman will always be remembered for the walk-off win, the walk-off home run in Game 1 in extra innings. Perhaps one of the most fairy tale endings in baseball history as he sends this one deep towards the warning track. The catch is going to be made, and 2 out, 1 on for the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Batting fourth, the left fielder, Teoscar.
Here's a look at the starting lineup for the Dodgers. Teoscar Hernandez is up right now in cleanup, followed by the catcher Will Smith, Max Muncy, the third baseman, Andy Page, the right fielder, Chris Taylor, the designated hitter, and Miguel Rojas. Apologies for the mispronunciation incident, but we are doing this live. Teoscar Hernandez, again at the plate now. .272 batting average. Here's the 0-1. Now 0-2. And this first inning may be over in short order. The 0-2 pitch. That's going to go low, but not enough time to steal. One-two count here for Hernandez. That goes high. 92 miles per hour on that one. Four-seam fastball from Iwanaga. His 10th pitch. Swing and a miss, and that'll take us to the top of the second. Scoreless between the Cubs and the Dodgers here on ULTRASPORT.
Leading off for the Cubs, the first baseman, Michael Busch.
So Michael Busch starts the second inning here for the Chicago Cubs, and perhaps at this point I should maybe oh, look at this. It's going to go foul. I should maybe give a refresher on ULTRASPORT coverage of baseball. You may be used to 9 innings. Here on this network, we do 3. So if you weren't aware of that from last season or watching the NPB, that's just how things are run on ULTRASPORT. Patrick Johnson, your home plate umpire here tonight, as Michael Busch stares down an 0-2 count. He will send this foul once again to keep himself alive. And another 0-2 pitch from Shohei Ohtani will result in strike 273. That's the 4th consecutive strikeout for Shohei Ohtani, ladies and gentlemen. And this has been quite a start here for the Japanese pitching ace. Dansby Swanson had 16 home runs, 66 RBIs, and a .242 batting average last season. The shortstop, number 7, currently at the plate for the away team. The 0-1 from Ohtani. Swing and a miss. He reaches for it as it goes outside. And the 0-2 coming now as Ohtani looks for number 5. Into the air towards center field. How far is it going to go? Almost to the warning track, but the catch is made. And up next, Nico Horner with a .273 batting average last season. Number 2, the second baseman. Now at the plate with 2 outs for the Cubs. First pitch goes inside. Cutter here. 88 miles per hour from Ohtani. 1-0 in the strike zone. Cutter once more. 1-1 pitch. Connects here, reaches out, catch is made. And that'll take us to the bottom of the second. Still scoreless at Dodger Stadium. So it'll be the catcher, Will Smith, leading off. 20 home runs, 75 RBIs last season with a .248 batting average. A season in which his Dodgers took home the World Series. 2 right-handed pitchers in the bullpen for the Cubs, Miller and Hodge, you can see there. Imanaga currently on the mound, but you never know when he will need to be refreshed. The 1-0 to Smith. He will jump back as it heads towards his feet. Ball 2. Beautiful day here again in Los Angeles, but of course it's LA. It felt right, felt suitable to have the first game of the season in the venue, to have the first game of the season covered, I should say, in the venue that hosts the reigning World Series champions. And we didn't have this for a couple weeks. Explanation will be in the comments of this video, but we will, unlike last year, be covering Major League Baseball throughout the whole season. This is going to go fair, I believe, and that's really going to open up a door for the Dodgers. Smith with the potential to get to second here, and that is indeed what he will do, to a great celebration from the stands. Here's the replay. You see him take off. Umpire calls it fair, and it's just too much time as it rolls over to the wall, and Smith manages to get on base. Second base, I should say. And with that, I think it's going to be the end for Imanaga. We just saw those potential replacements in the bullpen, and called out of there. It is going to be number 49, Tyson Miller.
Tyson Miller.
As the PA announcer echoes my words. 58 games in 2024 for this man. 76% now the win expectancy for the Dodgers. As Muncy is going to connect, but he's not going to be at the plate for long. Catch is made between first and second base by Nico Horner. And Andy Paez was going to come on, but I believe they've brought in a pinch hitter, Kim. I apologize if I earlier mispronounced Paez's name as Pages. This is why I like the PA announcers. Kim gets a strike on the first pitch. One on, one out here for the Dodgers in this bottom of the second. 89 mile per hour sinker is going to go outside for a 1-1 count. Next pitch now inside,
Ball, catch inside.
four-seam fastball, 89 miles per hour. Two-one pitch. He connects here. Smith is safe on second, but the throw to Bush will be successful.
Batting eighth, the
And
designated
Kim
hitter,
dismissed
Chris
as the designated
Taylor.
hitter comes up, number 3, Chris Taylor. 4 home runs, 23 RBIs, and a .202 batting average last season for Taylor, as the Cubs now seem to be climbing back in the win expectancy. 90 mile per hour fastball goes inside there for ball 1.
Ball 2.
This will be trending a bit high. Most of it was in the strike zone, but we're beholden to the call of the umpire, so it's a 2-0 count. And the next pitch
3 balls.
also goes
No
outside, and perhaps the coaching staff of the Cubs starting to regret taking Imanaga out. 3-0 count here for Chris Taylor. The pressure on Tyson Miller now, perhaps. Finally manages to get one inside the strike zone. A 90 mile per hour sinker for strike 1. 3-1 pitch goes high. And a standing ovation from Dodger Stadium as Chris
Batting
Taylor
up,
proceeds
the
to first
second
base.
baseman, Miguel Rojas.
Miguel Rojas bringing up the rear in the batting order. Now at the plate. First pitch, 81 miles per hour in the strike zone. 6 home runs, 36 RBIs, and a .283 batting average last season for Rojas, the second baseman. The 0-1 connects here, and it'll go foul. And with this, the Cubs could turn this one back in their favor. The 0-2 connects here, popped up. Not popped up, but goes straight up in the foul territory. The 0-2 once again connects here. Easy throw to first to take us to the top of the third. Still scoreless at Dodger Stadium on Thursday Night Baseball. And so we enter the final inning of regulation here at Dodger Stadium. Still scoreless. Kirby Yates coming in now as the closing pitcher for the home team. 61 games in 2024 with a 7-2 record for him. And Enrique Hernandez has also been put in to play right field. So Pete Crow Armstrong, the center fielder, leads off the inning for the Cubs, hoping to give Chicago the lead before we get to extra innings here. And remember, ULTRASPORT rules means 3 innings per game, in case you might be unfamiliar. First pitch will go foul as the third inning gets underway here at the world-famous Dodger Stadium. 2 of the most iconic franchises in the National League and in Major League Baseball. Look at this. How far is it going to go? No, he's dropped the catch. He's dropped the catch. This is going to be a chance. Now he's on second, and he's gotten to third. Triple for Pete Crow Armstrong. And now the Cubs have a window to victory. Celebration in the dugout as we take a look at this. Once again, it looks like he's got the catch until he doesn't. Goes all the way to the wall, and look at the speed here from Pete Crow Armstrong. No hesitation No questioning. He just goes straight to third base. And now Gage Workman has the chance to give the Cubs the go-ahead RBI.
1-0.
First pitch goes outside. What I was going to say here is this is a game between two iconic franchises in Major League Baseball, two of the most iconic franchises in the National League, two teams representing two of America's biggest and most iconic cities as well. High profile here tonight. As I may have said, a lot of history here. Dodgers, of course, got their start in Brooklyn. Cubs had the 108-year drought from 1908 until 2016 before they could win another World Series. And perhaps the greatest moment in all of baseball history came in November of 2016 when they finally pulled it off. The catcher, Miguel Amaya, now at the plate as the Dodgers hope to avert catastrophe and get the other two outs before the runner, Crow Armstrong, can get to home. First pitch will go foul. Here's the 0-1. In the strike zone, no swing, 86 miles per hour. As Yates looks for out number 2. Connects. And it goes foul.
One ball.
Outside.
2 strikes.
1-2 count now for Yates. And now over the pitch. Still 1-2. Inside here, 95 mile per hour, 4-seam fastball. As both Cubs and Dodgers fans watch with anticipation. Although this game, in the grand scheme of things, may not be all that important. After all, 162 in the schedule for each team. 2-2 pitch coming up now for Miguel Amaya. And he will connect. And for the second time in a row, sends it foul. 8 pitches he's faced down so far. Here comes number 9. Again, foul. Third consecutive foul ball there for Amaya, I believe. 2-2 now again. Well, this is beginning to follow a bit of a repetitive pattern. Of course, I predict that as soon as I say that, he'll do something different. This goes outside. Ian Happ, the left fielder, and the leadoff on deck. Had a strikeout earlier today from Shohei Ohtani, but Ohtani's gone. The game in the hands of Kirby Yates. The 3-2 to Amaya. He connects. Again, it goes into foul territory. And with that, the suspense rises. Full count for Amaya. In the strike zone, he connects. And it's going to be caught, but that is going to give the Cubs the go-ahead run. That will most likely put this one away. So the sacrifice catch made there, driving Crow Armstrong to home. You can see him watching here. The throw is made, but of course, not good enough. 80% now the win expectancy for Chicago, 20% for LA. As the first pitch to Ian Happ goes inside. This game now coming to its conclusion. We're glad you've joined us here. There's obviously the bottom of the third to go, and Dodgers fans will be hoping for a walk-off as Happ sends this into center field. and takes us to the bottom of the third inning. Cubs go into the lead. It's 1-0 at Dodger Stadium on Thursday Night Baseball. Ryan Presley will close
Now
the game
pitching
for Chicago.
Number 55, Ryan Presley.
59 games in 2024. With
Leading up
56.2
for
innings
the
pitched.
Dodgers, the shortstop, Mookie Betts.
And we're back at the top of the batting order. Mookie Betts, the shortstop, leads off for the Dodgers. So they're going to have some good players in there for this all-important bottom of the third. We'll see if they can pull it off, or if the Chicago Cubs have gotten away victory this evening over the World Series champions. Thursday Night Baseball is back, and yes, we will be here every week. This will go into left field. Catch is easily going to be made. And Betts is gone just like that. It is Crow Armstrong with the effortless catch. Same man who was driven to home by that sacrifice hit in the top of the third. Tommy Edman at the plate now with one out, as the Dodgers' hopes begin to dwindle. And as I said earlier, this game may not matter in the grand scheme of things, but I tend to call it as though it does. Although it is important in the sense that this is the first one for 2025 on ULTRASPORT. Again, we're very glad that you have joined us this evening. Look at this. And that's going to be out number 2. So one more batter here for the Dodgers.
Now batting.
One more chance.
Ready.
And of course, it'll be the walk-off man with the game on his shoulders. 0 for 1 tonight. And I don't know what they're chanting, but it might be Freddie something. Can he do what he did in Game 1 of the World Series? First 2 pitches will yield a 1-1 count. That goes outside and a bit low as well. Still have no idea what they're saying. The 2-1 connects here, and this may give him a chance. That will be a ground rule double, and that will put the go-ahead run at the plate. So maybe this game not as much of an open and shut case as it appeared to be. As you see the ball bounce into the stands, and Teoscar Hernandez will be at the plate. The leadoff, or sorry, not the leadoff, the cleanup. Left fielder who struck out earlier today, number 37. Waiting now for the 1-0. Connects here. It'll roll past. And it will put runners. No, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. He's out. Cubs win. What an ending. Freddie Freeman tagged out at the plate as we say goodbye and good night. The final score here: Chicago 1, Los Angeles 0. What an ending.